Welcome back to Talking to Teachers, presented by the CBA Digital Network. My name is Nicholas Ferrari, and I'm here with the economics teacher and CBA lacrosse head coach, Mr. Santos. Pleasure to have you today.
Happy to be here.
Awesome. So I always like to start off the podcast by asking, how'd you start here at CBA? What's your origin story here?
Okay, I'm a proud graduate of the academy, as you know, class of '85. Then I ended up going to Rutgers, studied economics there at Rutgers. Once I got out of college, I decided pretty early on that I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. So I had to go back to grad school, got my master's in education at Monmouth, and was fortunate enough when I graduated from grad school, a job opened up here in the fall of '94. And so I like to say that was my first job and my last job.
That's awesome. Yeah, so fresh out of college, you came right back.
Couple years.
Did you do anything in that in between time?
Had to find myself a little bit.
Yeah, of course. And of course, since you've been at CBA over 20 years, correct? Or around that
31st.
Wow, that's awesome. So obviously, it's a lot different now since when you were here. What's you feel the most significant thing that's changed at the academy?
I would have to say the kids, for the most part, have not changed. But the facilities definitely have. When I started here, shortly after I started, they built the theater. They made an upgrade in the gym, the science labs, and then maybe about 15 years later, they did the media center and the weight room, and then more recently, they did the financial labs.
Yeah, we have a lot now.
And the athletic facilities. So it's really sort of a collegiate feel to the campus now.
Yeah, no, I think definitely the coolest thing from this year personally, I think, is the finance lab. It kind of looks like straight off of Wall Street. The Bloomberg terminal setup, I think that's pretty cool.
An upgrade, no doubt.
Oh, yeah. And kind of going back to you want to talk a little bit about what you do at CBA, maybe lacrosse coaching, how that is?
Yeah, I mean, my focus outside of the classroom is coaching. In the fall, I coach lacrosse, as you know, and then in the spring, I coach lacrosse, and in the fall, I coach soccer.
Oh, right.
And those are my two passions outside of teaching.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, where do you coach soccer?
At Red Bank Regional.
Oh, that's awesome. I did not know that.
Yeah, been there for 2 years.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. And you want to talk a little bit about, obviously, the lacrosse team had some pretty good success last year, Shore Conference chip. I was at the Manasquan game where Davis Campbell scored 2 goals in the last minute. 20. That was fun. You want to talk a little bit about the the success of the team in the past couple years?
Well, we've had success over the years. This last year was particularly special. The team really came together at the end, and we had a great run through the Shore Conference and in the States. And I was fortunate to have my son as part of it, so it was a special season for sure.
Yeah, I think that's such a cool aspect, being able to coach your son as well.
Yes, yeah. And I had both my sons come through here.
Oh my God!
Ben's the class of 21, and Jack's the class of 24. So getting to teach them was definitely an experience. And that's coaching awesome. Jack obviously was a lot of fun.
And they were both in your class as well.
They both took honors econ.
Nice.
With varying
that's what I'm in right now.
Varying degrees of success. Yes.
Nice. That's awesome. Were you extra harsh on them? Or
no, I was fair.
You were fair.
I was fair.
Just like another student.
I joke all the time. My son Ben failed my first test.
Wow. Okay.
So I think it was a little bit of a wake-up call. He ended up doing okay, but
that must not have been a fun night at the house.
We laugh about it now. Right. No, my wife was not happy.
No, but
with me.
Oh, really? Interesting. But then, of course, I'm sure you do a lot of stuff outside of CBA. You want to talk a little bit about your hobbies outside of the academy?
I like to golf when I can, especially with my 2 boys. I just like sports in general. I love the winter season. I'm off. I don't coach, so I enjoy going to the CBA basketball games, the CBA hockey games. I just like to follow sports. Unfortunately, I'm a Met and a Jet fan, so.
Oh, that is brutal. I'm the opposite end. I'm a Yankees and Giants fan.
I'll still talk to you. It's okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's been, I'd say, all New York teams. It's been pretty rough the past couple of years. Yankees. I was at the Game 5 of the World Series, and it was a very quiet ride home. I'll say that.
That was
So,
rough, but at least
yeah.
you got there.
We did get there. I think we could see a Mets Yankees soon.
Yeah, I hope
think.
so.
I mean, it almost happened this year, but Dodgers, they're stacked this year.
Yes, they'll be tough to beat.
Yeah, I know. And then, of course, what would you say personally for you at the academy? What advice do you have for the student body and faculty? What would you say?
For the student body, I would say just take advantage of everything CBA has to offer: the intramurals, the clubs, the service opportunities, things like that. CBA offers so much and has such great people running those programs that don't be a member of the 230 club.
Yeah,
Get out there and take advantage.
Yeah. No, I always say that to the new freshmen at the academy. Don't be the person who leaves. Don't be the person who gets on the bus at 2:30.
Right.
Because I think those clubs and activities you do is what makes CBA so special.
Agreed.
And of course, CBA's academics are rigorous and help you prepare you for college. But there's so many other aspects of CBA. Me being able to be a part of this digital network. I didn't come into CBA thinking I was going to be a part of this, but it came upon me, and now I'm here, and I love it. It's a new passion for me.
And I think that's a common story.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, students here find to love things they never knew they would have liked.
Yes,
So,
agreed.
yeah, I think that's a great piece of advice. And of course, wrapping up the interview, last question for you. Over your 31 years at the academy, what's your favorite memory? Maybe definitely a lot to choose from.
31 years plus my time here as a student, right? I would say it's not one memory. It's a collection of a lot of good memories. I mean, as a student here, I remember sitting in the classroom of, some terrific teachers, being inspired by CBA legends, like Pat Scott and Joe Feely. These guys kind of were an inspiration to me, and really the main reason I became a teacher is because of my experience here as a student. And then as a teacher, I guess more recently, my fondest memories probably revolve around having my boys here, having them in class, and watching them walk across the stage and getting their diplomas. It was a proud moment. So
I know. Yeah,
I would say those are my most vivid memories.
That's such a unique experience that I don't. Other than I think Mrs. Heidelberger, I think she's taught her son, but no.
There's
teacher,
been a few.
There's a couple, but it's very rare to have that. And I think it
doesn't happen
that
often.
Perspective, like teaching your own son. And
it was enjoyable.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, overall, pleasure to have you today. Always nice talking to you.
Nice to talk to you. Appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, of course. That is all for now from the CBA Digital Network. We will see you next time.